This is Indiana High School Baseball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Brought to you in part by Coca-Cola, Culver Portside Marina, Nepco Crane and Equipment Services specializing in mobile crane service, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, Ancilla College, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winamac, and 5 Star. The Coca-Cola pregame show with Mitch Columbi is next.
Five Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5 Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5 Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort. Welcome to the Coca-Cola pregame show. Now, here is the voice of WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. The Culver Cavaliers host an old familiar foe in the Winamac Warriors. This is Indiana High School Baseball. For the last 57 years, we've experienced sports broadcasting greatness here on WKVI. For that, we tip our hat to Harold Welter and thank him for his dedication and service to local high school sports. Thank you, Harold, for all that you have done for Kankakee Valley Broadcasting. I am Mitch Columbi, so glad to be here for you. The tradition continues. This is Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. And we welcome you to Cavalier Field in Culver, Indiana, 46511. It's a sunny day for baseball as we are set to continue the new era of Kankakee Valley Broadcasting Sports on 99.3 FM and around the world, streaming live on WKVI.com. As we get ready for another baseball broadcast, we have talked with Winamac head coach Mark Kendricks on the Saturday Sports Line and have seen them in action already this year. As for the Cavs of Culver, this will be our first chance getting to see their ball club. Let's start with what we know. When we look at the away team in today's contest, we see head coach Mark Kendricks and his Winamac Warriors still hungry for their first win. They opened their season on the road against Carroll, where they unfortunately lost 4-2. Then a couple of days later against Twin Lakes, they took a tough one on the chin, losing 11-1. Things just didn't get much better as they faced a tough Morgan Township team in their third outing, losing 11-1, and things just didn't get much better when they faced that Morgan Township team. They lost 12-1, Then they faced their county rival in the West Central Trojans. The Trojans got the better of them and put up 10 runs on the Warriors. The final in that one was 10-0. Then in our game we broadcast in Winamac last week, they fell to the Oregon Davis Bobcats 10-5. Then the next night they faced Rensselaer Central and fell 13-0. The Warriors come into tonight at 0-6 on the year. When it comes to hitting, head coach Mark Hendricks said it's been a tough start, and they continue to work on that. Addison Allen leads this team with a .450 batting average. Right behind him is Maddox Buzinski, hitting right at .330. Looking at the pitching for the Warriors, we are expected to see Wyatt Wheeler on the mound this afternoon. Coach Hendricks told us on the Saturday Sports Line he likes to keep his pitchers on the mound at most for 3 innings. He said he likes to gives the other team more looks and change things up for them to have to adjust, and we will have to see how things shake out for them in this one today. Boy, they need it. We turn the page and look at the Culver Cavaliers Ball Club. Head coach Mike Pavin is in his first year leading these young men of Culver. They have had a tough out to start the year as well. They faced Whitco in their season opener and fell 12-0. Then 2 days later, they took on one of our area teams in the Tri-Township Tigers. The Tigers got the win that day in a close one, 14-11. After that game, they faced their cross-county rival in the Argus Dragons, picking up their first win of the season, 8-1. They turned around the next night and took on their crosstown rival at the Academy and fell 17-3. The Cavs come into today's contest at 1-3 on the year. When it comes to hitting, the Cavs have brought in 22 runs through the first 4 games this season. They have gotten 20 hits, 18 RBIs, and have had 81 plate appearances combined as a team. When it comes to pitching, this team has used 6 different arms through the 21 innings so far. Parker, Falk, Whitworth, both McEwens, and Harrell have put in work on the mound for the Cavs this season, as we are expecting a fantastic day of America's pastime here in Culver, Indiana. We appreciate you joining us on the Coca-Cola pregame show, refreshing the world, making a difference. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors as the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Who's in? Who's out? It's the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report with Mitch Columbi. Mitch.
Thank you, Mr. John Thompson. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital has been serving lives of the residents of Pulaski County and the surrounding area since 1963. Hey, we appreciate them supporting local high school sports, as we are lucky to say no injuries to report tonight, as that is your Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report. Stay tuned as the Marian University Ancilla College Coaches Corner is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winamac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people and the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible health care experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Let's talk with the coaches on the Ancilla College Coaches Corner with Mitch Columbi.
All right, I'm here with head coach Mike Pazin of the Culver Cavaliers. Coach, what do you know about the Winamac Warriors?
Not a whole lot. We checked them out last Friday. We went to see the game a little bit. Know they're always a competitive group. Know they had some seniors last year that graduated, but look for a competitive game tonight, as always.
Anything in particular that you're wanting to see from your boys on the field today?
Just compete till the end, compete together, fight as a team, and play together.
What's been some things you've seen out on the field that you're really happy with, that you really are glad that they've got that down at this point in the season?
I think our guys are always – we got good captains. We got 19 kids that are part of this team, 3 great coaches, and I think we're coming together as a unit as we're supposed to, and I'm just really proud of the guys each and every day.
Yeah, name something that you definitely want to see you get better at today.
Just continue to grow, continue to learn. Learn from our mistakes, and when we do something positive, build on it. And do that every day, and as you do that, you continue to grow one brick at a time.
A little chillier than normal, but the sun's out. It's a beautiful day. What'd you tell the boys in preparing for this game might be a little chillier than normal?
Dress prepared. You never know in Indiana, right? You just never know what the weather's going to hold. So they're ready. They're always ready. They're prepared. They listen. They're good kids, and we're excited for them. Message
to Cavalier Nation, Coach.
Just excited to be here, excited to be part of this group. I hope we deliver what everybody wants to see, a competitive baseball team, and hopefully that keeps building year after year, game after game, inning after inning, at bat after at bat. So,
Coach, I appreciate your time.
Appreciate it.
Welcome to Marian University's newest location, Ancilla College of Marian University. Marian's newest campus location in Plymouth is your home for an on-campus college experience. From living in the dorms to being a collegiate student-athlete, Marian University is ranked 3rd most innovative Midwest university by U.S. News & World Report. For more information about our 2- or 4-year degrees, go to www.marian.edu/Ancilla. That's www.marian.edu/Ancilla.
Welcome back to the Marian University Ancilla College Coaches Corner. I have head coach of the Winamac Warriors, Mark Hendricks, here. Coach, what have you learned since we last met last Thursday?
I learned we still have a lot of things to work on. I threw a couple sophomores against Rensselaer, and I was really pleased with them. Eli Budka and Brody Winsler. They didn't give up near the amount of walks we have been. And I thought we played a better game against Rensselaer. The score doesn't show that, but I thought we did play a little better. I've kind of told the pitchers, if we can throw strikes, I think we can hang in there. We just can't give up free runs and free base runners. But still working on our hitting constantly every day. So one of these days I hope it shows out here on the field.
Well, is there anything that you can share with us that you may or may not know about the Culver Cavs?
I don't know anything about Culver. I imagine it's their first conference game too. I know I haven't met the coach yet. I know it was Elliott when I used to coach years ago, and we had some really great and fun games. I expect some of the same again today. I know Culver will normally be well coached, and they will do things the right way. And just like everybody else, if we don't give them runs, we might hang in there, but that's to be seen.
I saw the starting lineup. You've got Wyatt Wheeler on the mound. He had some pretty productive innings last week that we saw against Oregon Davis. What do you hope he delivers for you this afternoon?
Strikes. Wyatt's got good velocity. He's got a good breaking ball. He's got to get more consistent in the strike zone. When that starts happening for him, good things are going to happen for us. And, we're going to keep trotting those guys out there, and sooner or later the light bulb's going to go off. And when they throw strikes, we will be a different team, I believe.
A lot warmer last Thursday, but the sun's still shining. A little chillier today. What'd you tell your boys to prepare for the weather in regards to that today?
could have been playing yesterday.
Yeah, that's true.
It's, for Indiana baseball, this is a really good day.
Yeah.
The 70 days are a fluke. 50 days are pretty normal. So, we've been outside a lot worse than this. So, you notice I don't have a kid with long sleeves on there. They think this is a heat wave compared to what they've been practicing in. So I don't think that'll be much of a factor. Just make sure Wyatt's loose and good to go, and we'll see what happens.
Message to Warrior Nation.
We're working on it. The boys are working hard. I cannot fault their effort at all. And 5 games. It's most of them. That's 5 varsity games. They're only 5 varsity games. So we're getting there slowly. Not as fast as anybody would like, but they are getting there. I'm seeing it. We just got to take what I see on practice out on the game field.
Coach, appreciate your time.
Thank you, Bench.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Wanting something more sporty? Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
Now it's time for the Keys to the Game, sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen.
All right, as we get set for Indiana High School baseball action, we talk about the keys to the game for the opposing team in today's contest, the Winamac Warriors. We heard from head coach Mark Kendricks just a bit ago in the coach's corner, and I agree with him. I personally think today is the day for his team to show him what they are capable of, whether they win or lose this game. I expect the fact that they are still starving for their first win of the season to be a factor in today's play, and like you just heard him say, they've been working on the hitting. They've been trying to get that down. They feel like once they throw strikes and keep those balls in the strike zones, they're able to compete with any of them in the area. That's just the one thing that they've got to make sure they can handle today. Now, flip sides for the home team in the Culver Cavaliers. It's simple. Protect home field. They can't let a team come in here and get their first win on them here. They need to get out of the first half inning and get up to bat and get them going early to snuff out the Warriors' hopes as soon as possible. That's your Keys to the Game, sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen. Today's broadcast is also brought to you in part by Marian University's Ancilla College. Hey, if you're looking for a place to continue your education, visit marian.edu/Ancilla. Time to sit back, pop open an ice-cold Coke, and chill as the Coca-Cola pregame show continues. Our standard plumbing, heating, and air conditioning starting lineups are next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Hey folks, Auto Park Ford LaPorte has got some news for you. We now have the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in LaPorte County. So if you're in the market, come and check us out because right now is the best time to trade in your current vehicle. Not interested in purchasing a vehicle? That's okay. We'll buy yours even if you don't buy ours. Not currently in the market, but your car needs serviced? Come check out our newly renovated service department and let them take care of all your service needs. And remember, we're not just an auto dealer, we're an auto park.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winamac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people and the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible health care experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100.
Now, the standard plumbing, heating, and air conditioning starting lineups.
For the Cavaliers of Culver in the field to start today, we will see Gage Long in left field, Hayden Parker in center field, and Derek McKee in right field. The infield shows Ethan Binion at third, Cam Whitworth at second, Braden Molbash at first, Caleb McEwen is at shortstop, Reese Harrell behind home plate as the catcher, and Jonas McEwen gets the call to start on the mound in this one. for the Cavs. For the Warriors of Winamac, their batting order shows shortstop Braden Mathias leading off, then second baseman Max Gearhart. Third will be center fielder Addison Allen, and batting cleanup is the pitcher Wyatt Wheeler. Batting fifth will be left fielder Connor Burton, then right fielder Maddox Buzinski. Third baseman Aiden Jimenez bats seventh. Catcher Peyton Attinger at the A spot. And at the bottom of the lineup, we will see first baseman John Malco. That is our starters. That is our standard plumbing, heating, and air conditioning starting lineup for today, as we will be back to get set for the first pitch. You are listening to KVB's WKBI.
Stay tuned for America's Pastime with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
5 Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5 Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5 Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
Howard's Marathon in Winamac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winamac. Call 574-946-6894. Collins Insurance Agency in Knox has done it again. They have earned the distinction of preferred agency partner from the Western Reserve Insurance Company.
Can't touch this.
So what does that mean for you? Collins Insurance Agency provides themselves of taking care of its community. That means providing the best insurance that keeps you and your family safe in a time of need. And with this honor, Collins Insurance Agency looks forward to providing Stark and surrounding counties the best customer service you and your family deserve. Collins Insurance Agency in Knox, living the golden rule by treating you like family. Have you ever wondered how much I could sell my vehicle for? Well, Auto Park Chevrolet GMC can help with that. We're looking to buy your vehicle. It is a quick, simple process that puts money in your pocket. Stop by the Auto Park on Oak Road for one of our sales professionals to assess your vehicle and have a cash price for you in moments. If you're looking to trade, we have stacks of inventory for you to choose from, or you can walk away with a check in hand. Don't hassle with listing on Marketplace or waiting forever to sell it privately. Let us make you an offer today. Auto Park Chevrolet GMC. Check us out at www.autoparkchevroletbuickgmc.com or call 574-936-5590 or come to see us next to Walmart in Plymouth.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, we've been serving family farms for over 130 years. We've seen our customers succeed in good times, pull through in tough times, and we've learned some lessons along the way. So we appreciate the customers we have today by finding the solutions they'll be looking for tomorrow. Are you ready to talk about your farm operation? Stop by a branch or visit us online at ffbt.com. First Farmers Bank and Trust. Equal Opportunity Lender. Member FDIC.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort. The tradition continues with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
From Cavalier Field in Culver, Indiana, two old familiar foes face off in a game of America's pastime. I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be there. Hey, we also want to let you know Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WYMR will always be there too. As a matter of fact, you can catch even more boys baseball action between the Plymouth Pilgrims and the Mishawaka Cavemen right now with the boss, Tony Ross, on Max 98.3 FM and online at max983.net. We invite you to flip back and forth as KVB always has you covered for local high school sports in this area of Indiana. Hey, don't hesitate to follow us on social media. We are on Facebook at Sports to the Max, on Instagram at WKVI Sports, and on Twitter at KVB Sports for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. You can listen to us on your phone. Just go to one of our social media sites I mentioned and tap the link on our page. No excuses. We are in the palm of your hand. We are proud to let you know the PA announcer today at Cavalier Field is Ben Spillner. The scoreboard operator for today is Paul Dunn. Our umpires are Robert Lichtenberger and Rick Podell. We also remind you every morning to join Rich Wallen on the WKVI Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern. Catch local news as well for our area with Kankakee Valley Broadcasting News Director Anita Gooden, who covers news on WYMR and WKVI. Catch our stories on WKVI.com and Max983.net to stay up to speed in your local area. Hey, Kankakee Valley Broadcasting is going to historic Wrigley Field to catch the Chicago Cubs take on the Boston Red Sox Saturday, July 15th. Hop on a chartered bus at KVB headquarters and be chauffeured all the way to the friendly confines. This trip is for individuals 21 and over. So all you parents listening, this is your getaway opportunity. Call 574-772-6241 during regular business hours to save your seat. Hey, today's broadcast is brought to you by Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service. Call Joe Nepp at 1-800-590-2272 for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural crane needs. Also, today's broadcast is brought to you in part by First Farmers Bank and Trust, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. We thank them for supporting local high school sports. Well, we are just a few short minutes away from the first pitch here at Cavalier Field as we are going to take a break and come back to get ready for this matchup between the Culver Cavaliers and the Winamac Warriors. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Have you ever wondered how much I could sell my vehicle for? Well, Auto Park Chevrolet GMC can help with that. We're looking to buy your vehicle. It is a quick, simple process that puts money in your pocket. Stop by the Auto Park on Oak Road for one of our sales professionals to assess your vehicle and have a cash price for you in moments. If you're looking to trade, we have stacks of inventory for you to choose from, or you can walk away with a check in hand. Don't hassle with listing on Marketplace or waiting forever to sell it privately. Let us make you an offer today. Auto Park Chevrolet GMC. Check us out at www.autoparkchevroletbuickgmc.com or call 574-936-5590 or come to see us next to Walmart in Plymouth.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking. in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
Back at Cavalier Field as we are getting ready for the Culver Cavaliers baseball team taking on the Winamac Warriors. We are so glad you joined us as we are going to go through the starting lineups one more time to get ready here as they are starting the atmosphere is perfect here at Culver. In fact, it reminds me back in 2014 when I believe I was here with the boss, Tony Ross of Max 98.3 FM. Of course, that is our sister station, Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WYMR. But the clubhouse hasn't changed a bit, and I was walking up the stairs. It just reminds me of 9 years ago already when I was back here for that game. But for those listening, things haven't changed here at Culver. It is a fantastic atmosphere, a great baseball diamond, and you see out in the outfield, they've got the banner running along the back fence. It says Culver Cavaliers Baseball, Culver Community High School, and 325 feet in the left field you see, and then in right field, 282 feet. So for the big swingers today, that's what they're going to have to do if they want to get a home run and get on the books. Boy, we love those types of highlights, of course. But let's go over the starting lineups once again for both teams here, and where we will start is at the top of the first. And for the Cavaliers of Culver in the field to start today, we will see Gage Long in left field. Hayden Parker is in center field, and Derek McKee in right field. The infield shows Ethan Binion at third, Cam Whitworth at second, Braden Molbash at first, and Caleb McEwen is shortstop. Reese Harrell is behind home plate as the catcher, and Jonas McEwen gets the call to start on the mound in this one for the Cavs. For the Warriors of Winamac, their batting order shows shortstop Braden Mathias leading off, then second baseman Max Gearhart. Third will be center fielder Addison Allen, and batting cleanup is the pitcher Wyatt Wheeler. Batting fifth will be left fielder Connor Burton. Then right fielder Maddox Buzinski. Third baseman Aiden Jimenez bats seventh. Catcher Peyton Attinger at the 8th spot. And at the bottom of the lineup, we will see first baseman John Malco. Boy, that name may sound familiar to several of you listening. John Malco was one of our Tyler Roth WKVI Athletes of the Week during basketball. Just a few weeks ago, actually, had a chance to talk with him. And boy, what a pleasure that was. He has a very bright future, very, very good head on his shoulders, and did a very good job for that basketball team. It was fun to watch him get into the baseball game last Thursday, and we are very much looking forward to see him back in action today. So another guy that we all know, we keep an eye on, John Malco, is here in Culver ready to play. So I did actually want to give one big shout out to grounds and maintenance, Trevor Weldon. I had a chance to speak with him. Of course, you may remember his name as one of the clock operators during the basketball season. Always does a fantastic job, but he was here when I got here. Usually I'm the first one here, but he beat me, and he was already laying the chalk on the diamond. So it's very nice to finally meet him. A shout out to Trevor Weldon. He actually told me a Mike Pazin story, head coach Mike Pazin in his first year here at Culver. I confirmed it with Mike just to make sure. But Mike told Trevor, and Trevor told me the story, is that Mike Pazin grew up on the south side of Chicago, but you'd expect him to be a White Sox fan, and that's not the case. He's actually a Cubs fan from the south side of Chicago, and that is because when he'd get home after school, he would watch or listen to the ball games on TV, and the Cubs are always well known to have their afternoon games, and of course they didn't have night games until the late 80s, so just a neat little thing that Mike Pazin always remembers growing up, is listening and watching the game, on the Cubs game on TV, as we are going to pause for our national anthem here at Culver Field. Every morning, join Rich Wallen on the WKVI Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern. Catch local news as well for our area with Kankakee Valley Broadcasting News Director Anita Gooden, who covers news on WYMR and WKVI. You can catch our stories on WKVI.com and Max983.net to stay up to speed in your local area. We've got you covered between WKVI and Max 98.3. That's WYMR. We're your Max Radio. We cover upwards of 20 schools in the area. My gosh, we are working nonstop 24/7, 365, and we love what we do. That's the main thing. We love what we do. And we also want to remind you that Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WYMR will always be there too. As a matter of fact, you can catch even more boys baseball action between the Plymouth Pilgrims and the Mishawaka Cavemen right now with the boss Tony Ross on Max 98.3 FM and online at max983.net. We invite you to flip back and forth as KVB always has you covered for local high school sports in this area of Indiana. Well, it's time to put up or shut up, the MOT, Moment of Truth. We are very excited for this broadcast as it is brought to you in part by Howard's Marathon of Winamac, serving Pulaski County for 43 years. Call 574-946-6894 and ask for Howard. We thank them for supporting local high school sports. So, first off, to step into the batter's box for the Winamac Warriors will be number 23, Braden Mathias. Of course, he's the shortstop for the Winamac Warriors. On deck, we're going to see Max Gearhart and Addison Allen in the hole here for the Winamac Warriors. And then on the mound for the Cavaliers of Culver, it is Jonas McEwen getting the call in this one. Behind home plate, catching those fastballs and curveballs from Caleb McEwen is Reese Harrell. As we are ready and set for action here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. We are so glad you've joined us. As here is Braden Mathias stepping into the batter's box. And here is Jonas McEwen. First pitch of the day, a little inside. It looks like Braden had to turn away from that one. A little close there. Maybe a little fresh shave for Braden there. So here's the 1-0. And that's called ball 2 there for Jonas McEwen. So a little behind here, 2-0 to start. As here comes the third pitch from McEwen. Swing and a miss, strike one. 2-1 now the count as Braden Mathias, the shortstop. Mathias, a 200 batting average so far this season. Something that Mark Hendricks wants him and the Warriors to work on a little bit more. As here's a pop-up high, and Jonas McEwen is going to drop it. Error on the infield, and he almost had a play on it, but that sees Braden Mathias take first base. Very nice.
Now batting number 7, Max Gearhart.
So now Gearhart stepping in. We saw him on the mound last Thursday against the Oregon Davis Bobcats. He pitched all the way to the 4th inning, which is rare for Mark Hendricks. McEwen checks his man at first, sets and deals. Strike right down the middle. He liked that one. As 0-1 the count now. The Culver Cavaliers in really cool jerseys today, white with black pinstripes and orange socks. As the next pitch is a ball low. The Winamac Warriors in their historic maroon, I'd call it maroon jerseys with white trousers out there today. So here's the 1-1 from McEwen. Nice hit, chopper up to the first baseman, and they are going to have a run for it, and he is going to be safe. Wow. So it was fielded by Braden Molbash. He tried to track him down to touch the bag first, but no. Max Gearhart is going to take base. The Warriors have 2 on and no out here at the top of the first. Looks like we've got a ball game, folks. Addison Allen stepping in on deck. We're going to see Wyatt Wheeler. So here's Allen. McEwen. First pitch, foul off to the right. As McEwen, not something he wanted to see happen here early going, but with 2 on and no out, he's got some work to do here. Looking at making things happen as Addison Allen's in the box. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a pop-up hit. Looks like the center fielder and right fielder running towards it, and it looks like the right fielder is going to come down with it. That was Derek McKee on the play. And there is out number 1 for the Culver Cavs. That keeps the runners at first and second. Braden Mathias on second and Max Gearhart on first for the Warriors. Now we see the big man, the pitcher, Wyatt Wheeler, number 46, stepping in. He did a very good job on the mound last Thursday as a pitcher, and then also he can get the bat swinging as well. He is a 200 batting average. Ball 1's the first one from Jonas McEwen. So we will get ready to see here what happens with 2 on, 1 out. Top of the first. Scoreless here as McEwen steps off the rubber. Still learning my lingo. Backstop, whatever you want to call it. As he gets back in there and he deals. Ball up top. That makes it 2-0 the count now. Just past 5 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Central. This is Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. I'm Mitch Columbi, so glad to be here for you as McEwen deals the 2-0. Strike call, that makes it 2-1 now, top of the first. He's still got runners on second and first. See if Braden Mathias on second, the shortstop, can make something happen here. He's got a little bit of a big lead as McEwen checks him. He sets, he deals. Ball up top, and he might be worried a little bit about Braden Mathias. That was a big lead off a second there. So Wyatt Wheeler steps back in. McEwen ready to go. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, and that makes the count full. And this is a big opportunity for both the batter and the pitcher. If you're Wyatt Wheeler here, you've got to swing at anything close. We'll see what McEwen draws up in his head here. Swing and a foul. Keeps the count full. 1 out here, top of the first. Mathias on second, Gearhart on first for the Warriors as they are getting better at swinging the bats, as Mark Hendricks stated. They're getting on base right to start the game here, top of the first. Here's McEwen, and it's a pop-up all the way back to... Oh, the ball fell right behind the center fielder. He didn't see it. This is going to bring the runners home. Here comes Braden Mathias all the way home. And then stopping at third is Max Gearhart. So the Warriors strike first. 1-0 here at Cavalier Field as the sun is so bright out there for center fielder Hayden Parker. He couldn't track down the ball, and it just fell behind him. Got to play with the elements. Boy, that is a tough thing to have happen to you. So now stepping in, we see Connor Burton. Big-time double for Wyatt Wheeler on the last at-bat. First pitch from McEwen to Burton is a strike. So McEwen sets, deals the 0-1. Almost showed bunt from Connor Burton, but he pulled it back. It was low, ball 1. 1-1 the count here, top of the first. The Warriors lead 1-0. McEwen. Here's the 1-1. And it got in the dirt there a little bit. Reese Harrell, though, did a very good job of making sure to get in front of that ball. Here's McEwen, the 2-1. Up top inside, ball. Making it 3-1 now the count, as McEwen has some work to do with runners on second and third here, both in scoring position. And Connor Burton has something in store for McEwen. Let's see what happens here as McEwen deals. Ball low, and it's a ball 4. He's going to walk Connor, and now the bases are loaded.
Now batting number 16, Maddox Buzinski.
So now we're going to see the right fielder, number 16, Maddox Buzinski, step up to the plate. Buzinski, .330 batting average so far this season. As he's going to get a little piece of it. It's going to foul up behind us. As here in the clubhouse, we're right above the concession stand, and man, I should have had lunch. I'm starving. It's smelling good down there here at Culver. As here's the 0-1. Too high up top for Jonas McEwen. That evens the count at 1-1 here. McEwen taking his time, being patient. That's one thing I've noticed about him early in this one. Swinging a hit, chopper, it's going to get through, and that's going to bring home Max Gearhart, and it's going to bring home Wyatt Wheeler. Wow. So, two quick scores for the Winamac Warriors. That's a double for Maddox Buzinski. He's on second, and there's only one out here at the top of the first. The Warriors are up in this one, 3-0 on the road. And boy, this is what we were talking about in the pregame. When you are starving for a win like this, 0-6 to start the year, you're going to get this type of team's best game. They don't want to go 0-7. They want to get their win here. Swing and a miss, strike one by Aiden Jimenez, who just stepped into the box. So nice placement there by Jonas McEwen to come off of that hit right after. Here's the 0-1 from McEwen. Swing and a miss, strike two, as McEwen is finding his rhythm here. Runner on second, McEwen checks him. Jimenez steps back in. Here's the pitch. Oh, and it fouls off his foot. He felt that one. As he's going to get another chance at this, Jimenez limping back to the batter's box as it fouled right off his foot. He's going to have to dig back in here and dig deep. See what Jimenez has here as it's 0-2. Here comes McEwen. Got him on the curve, breaking ball, got him. And that's out number 2 as Jimenez goes down, striking out. Stepping in now, the catcher, number 2, Peyton Addinger. Addinger, a 150 batting average so far this season. 1 on and 2 out. Here's the pitch from McEwen right to the first baseman, and it's going to be out number 3 for Braden Molbash. He picked it up and touched the bag. As we are going to take a break and come back, you're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, we've been serving family farms for over 130 years. We've seen our customers succeed in good times, pull through in tough times, and we've learned some lessons along the way. So we appreciate the customers we have today by finding the solutions they'll be looking for tomorrow. Are you ready to talk about your farm operation? Stop by a branch or visit us online at ffbt.com. First Farmers Bank and Trust, Equal Opportunity Lender, member FDIC.
Back at Cavalier Field as the Winamac Warriors put up 3 runs in the top of the first. Big-time plays from several players on the Warriors side of things. We're going to see the Culver Cavaliers now stepping into the batter's box. It'll be Hayden Parker, the center fielder, first. He was the one that almost made that play in center field earlier, but the sun was shining so bright right in his eyes he couldn't see the ball. Fell right behind him. So now we look out and see Wyatt Wheeler for the Winamac Warriors warming up. We saw him last Thursday, and he did a heck of a job stepping in after Max Gearhart started. He lasted, I think Mark Hendricks put him in for about 2 to 3 innings, and Gearhart is one of those guys, like Mark Hendricks said in the pregame. He's got velocity. He's also got a mean fastball, but boy, one thing that I remember about Wyatt Wheeler is that breaking ball. It darn near looks like it's going to hit you right in the face and then just drops out of nowhere into the strike zone. It reminds me, my friend in middle school always calling it the 12-6. He called it the 12-6 curveball. It starts up at 12 o'clock and ends up at the bottom of the clock at 6. And every time our sports analyst, special guest sports analyst that night, Scott Masters, excuse me, I had to think about that one. Scott Masters said it quite simple. That's a knee buckler right there, and Wyatt Wheeler's got a knee buckler in his arsenal as we see Hayden Parker for the Culver Cavaliers stepping in. So Hayden Parker, this will be his 11th plate appearance of the season. He has 5 runs, 7 hits, 3 RBIs on the year. Here's the first pitch from Wheeler, ball called low. So Parker has been the leadoff man for the majority of the season for the Culver Cavaliers. He's listed as catcher and center fielder. Today he's in center field, as the second pitch from Wyatt is too low again, ball 2. So we'll see what happens here. Here's the 2-0 from Wheeler. Strike, top right corner. And Parker now takes the sign from head coach Mike Pazin down the third base line. Here's Wheeler's 2-1. Inside, ball 3. That makes the count 3-1 now. Parker being patient, taking his time, trying to make something happen here. Here's the 3-1. Strike 2, that makes the count full, and here's Wyatt Wheeler's opportunity, as well as Hayden Parker's, to make something happen, anything close. Wheeler sets, deals, swing and a miss, strike 3, and the leadoff man, Parker, will go down swinging as Wyatt Wheeler, like head coach Mark Hendricks said, that's exactly what you want to see from him, that velocity. As now here stepping into the box is Jonas McEwen. Wheeler got him swinging up top, a little high on that one, as that makes the count 0-1 now. Here's the 0-1 from Wheeler. Strike called on the right part of the plate. That was a perfect spot as Wheeler's getting ahead in this one now. McEwen swings at it, and he gets a foul down the right side line, down first base line, as it'll stay 0-2 here for Jonas McEwen. Wyatt Wheeler digging in. Here's the 0-2. Ball low, and Wheeler wanted that one. You saw him shrug his shoulders. He couldn't believe it. He thought he put that one perfectly. But no, 1-2's the count now as the Warriors still lead 3-0, bottom of the first here. No on, 1 out. Here's the 1-2, swing and a right down the middle. It's going to get through, and that's going to be a single for Jonas McEwen. The pitcher gets on base. So he says, I can hit 2, Wyatt, as Wyatt hit off him in the top of the first, so he gets a little revenge there as Jonas McEwen is going to get on base, and this brings in Caleb McEwen now. So Caleb McEwen, the shortstop, ready to make something happen. Here comes Wheeler, and it looks like McEwen's going to steal for second, and he's going to get it easily. So now Jonas McEwen in scoring position for the Culver Cavaliers, and Caleb McEwen in the box. So Wheeler's going to step in now. Here we go. 1 out, 1 on. Here's Wheeler. Outside, it gets past the catcher, and that is going to be another stolen base for Jonas McEwen. It just got past Peyton Addinger. And it went all the way back to the fence right in front of us here. So that moves Jonas McEwen to the third base, and Caleb McEwen has something in store. Let's see what happens. 1-1's the count. Wyatt Wheeler sets, deals the 1-1. Ball too low, outside corner. Making it 2-1 now. And the Cavs have a chance to cut into this lead here early on in this one. Wheeler, swing and a miss. Strike 2 for Caleb McEwen, as Wheeler got him up top there. Might have been a little high, as here's the 2-2 from Wheeler. Ball 3 called. We thank Farm Fertilizer for sponsoring today's broadcast. Call them at 574-867-2441. That's Farm Fertilizer, helping to move the bar on yield and crop investment returns. Here's the full count. Wyatt Wheeler sets, deals, tried to get him on a breaking ball, but it didn't break that time, as it looks like Caleb McEwen is going to take his base. So runners on the corner.
Now batting number 23.
Runners on the corners here.
Harrell.
As now stepping into the batter's box, number 23, the catcher, Reese Harrell. So Reese steps in, one of the taller guys on the Culver Cavaliers team. Here's Wyatt's pitch, and it looks like Caleb's going to steal first. And looks like Peyton Adiger threw it to second baseman, but it was a pickoff player to see if the third base runner would go, and he stayed. So Jonas stays at third, Caleb at second, both McEwen brothers on. Count 1-0 here. Wyatt deals. Ooh, inside, and a nice save there. Wow, how did he get to that one? As Peyton Adinger somehow Crab walks over to the ball and keeps it from going past him. So here's Wheeler's 2-0. Swinging a hit high up top, and it looks like it's going to be a foul ball. And that will bring Harrell back into the batter's box as the count is 2-1. Two on, one out, bottom of the first. 3-0, the Winamac Warriors lead. Here's Wheeler. Ball called low, making the count 3-1 now. Here's the 3-1 from Wyatt. Ooh, and that almost hit Reese Harrell in the head. He ducked out of the way, and now the bases are jacked, fully loaded here. And stepping into the batter's box is number 33, the first baseman, Braden Molbash. So Braden Molbash, this will be his 12th plate appearance. He has 1 run, 2 hits, 1 RBI on the year. And we are going to see head coach Mark Hendricks walk up to the mound to talk to Wyatt Wheeler. And this is kind of what Mark Hendricks was telling us in the Marian University Ancilla College Coaches Corner. He said if we could just get some strikes, throw strikes, get out of the innings, we'd be okay. But here's one of those issues that Mark Hendricks has said he needs to have his pitchers work on, and with the bases loaded, I don't blame him for going out there to have a conference with Wyatt just to calm him down, get him back in his rhythm here. As there's 1 out, bottom of the first, bases loaded, and Braden Molbash steps in. This will be Wyatt's 22nd pitch of the inning. Here he goes. Strike called, and Molbash let it go by, making it 0-1 here, bottom of the first. The Cavs have a real big opportunity here with 2 in scoring position. Here's Wheeler. Ball too low that time, evening the count at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 from Wheeler. Strike called, bottom right-hand corner. Perfect placement from Wheeler. So far, what Mark Hendricks had to say worked for Wyatt Wheeler here. If he takes care of Molbash here, that'll make it the 2nd out. Getting that much closer to get out of this inning here. Wheeler throws over to first, and now they've got guys stealing home. He throws to Peyton Adinger at home, and sliding in is Jonas McEwen to score for the Culver Cavaliers, and now it's 3-1, the Winamac Warriors lead. So both teams score in the first inning here, as it's a beautiful day, a little chillier than normal, but just like Mark Hendricks said and Mike Pavin said in the pregame, we'll take a day like this any day. Much better than yesterday, that's for sure. As the count is still 1-2, that moved the runner to second, and Caleb McEwen is on third. So Reese Harrell on second, Kayla McEwen on third, and here's why it's 1-2. Ball too low, evening the count at 2-2. Good eye from Molbash. So here's the 2-2 from Wyatt Wheeler. Swing and a miss. Molbash goes down swinging as that's out number 2, and that's exactly what Wyatt Wheeler needed.
Now batting number 7, Derek McKee.
So now stepping in is Derek McKee, the right fielder, number 7 for the Culver Cavaliers, as here's Wyatt's pitch. Strike up right corner, and it looked good from here too. As now the count's 0-1 with 2 on, 2 out. Bottom of the first, 3-1. The Warriors lead and Wyatt Wheeler deals. Strike called right down the middle again, 0-2, and he is 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning here. Here's the 0-2 from Wheeler. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that makes Derek McKee go down swinging as we will be back for the top of the first. After this, you're listening to, or top of the second, you're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
When you grow up on the land, you have an appreciation for it. When you grow up and work on a family farm, on land that is shared by members of a family, all working together as a team, that appreciation grows even more. They know what it's like to work as a team to get the job done. At Lawrence Farms of Knox, Todd and Josh Lawrence and family support the local high school teams and wish them success all through the season.
Stay tuned for America's Pastime with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas, average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Back at Cavalier Field, 1 score for the Cavs. 1 run, 3-1 is the score. As the Winamac Warriors lead in this one, and the Culver Cavaliers made a dent in that, as it looks like we are still going to see Jonas McEwen on the mound for the Culver Cavaliers. Of course, this is the start of the second inning, the top of the second, as we now see stepping into the batter's box number 8, John Malco, and we mentioned him just a little bit ago, as he was our Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week just a few weeks ago for basketball season. Dealt with a knee injury for most of the year, but boy, he was on a tear the rest of the year as he swings and misses. Strike 1 called, and Jonas McEwen getting to work early here. 0-1 the count, and let's see if he can get under control here. In the first inning, he allowed 3 runs, and I'm sure you could tell he just kind of held his head low. He wasn't very happy with himself. He holds himself to a higher standard, and I think he's getting ahead here now as there's strike 2. 0-2's the count, and he's getting right to work. Here he goes, strike 3, and John Malco caught looking. That's a backwards K, as Scott Masters taught me last week. So big time strikeout there for Jonas McEwen to start the second.
Now batting number 23, Braden Mathias.
So now Braden Mathias stepping in, back to the top of the order for the Winamac Warriors. Mathias, a 200 batting average. He swings and hits a foul, pop up behind us. As McEwen started the top of the second with 3 pitches for that first out. That's exactly what you want to do. Here's the pitch from McEwen. Pop up high, and it looks like it's going to be dropped right in. It's going to drop right in front of the center fielder. And it looks like it'll be a double. A nice play fell right in front of Hayden Parker's hands. He couldn't get to it. So Braden Mathias makes it happen, and now he's on second base for the Warriors and in scoring position.
Now batting number 7, Max Gearhart.
So now Max Gearhart stepping back in for the Winamac Warriors. He's got a runner in scoring position here. Let's see what he can make happen. 3-1. Is this, oh, nice hit right through, and it's going to bring the runner home. Braden Mathias is going to score for the Warriors. It's going to be a single for Max Gearhart, and that makes it 4-1 for the Winamac Warriors. And yes, I will definitely say they have worked on the hitting that Mark Hendricks has talked about. Boy, they are scoring at will today so far, and you could see right after that hit got through past the second baseman, Cam Whitworth, Jonas McEwen just knew he shouldn't have threw that pitch. Unfortunate there as McEwen deals his next pitch to Addison Allen, who just stepped in, and he fouls it off to the side, making it strike one. 4-1's the score here. Top of the second. 1 out, 1 on, 1 in, 0-1's the count. McEwen sets, deals, ball outside that time, and now we see the catcher, Reese Harrell, toying a little bit with Max Gearhart at first, but he throws it back to Jonas McEwen. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a pop-up high. It looks like it's going to fall in the infield, and that moves the runner forward. They throw over to first, and they get the out. Oh, man, that was close. As they throw over to the first baseman, Braden Molbash, and he had his foot on the bag. Perfect place, and they get out number 2 here at the top of the second.
Now batting number 46, Wyatt Wheeler.
So Wyatt Wheeler now stepping back in, as this is his second plate appearance of the day. Here's McEwen. Oh, wow, big hit to the left fielder, and it's going to bring the runner home. Max Gearhart all the way, and the Warriors score again. Wheeler's going to try to take second, and he does. He slides in. Now he's going to try to take third. He's running all the way, and he's safe. Wow. Wow, a triple. Oh, man. So Wyatt Wheeler is on third as he brought another runner home, making it 5-1.
Number 4, Connor Burton.
So a big-time triple from Wyatt Wheeler. As now here's Connor Burton stepping in, swing and a miss, strike one. 5-1's the score here, top of the second with 2 out, 1 on, and he's on third. What a play from Wheeler. Here's the next pitch from McEwen, a little outside, ball called, evening the count at 1-1. Ball called low, as I appreciate my good friend John Thompson tuning in all the way from Ellenton, Florida. Sure hope you're enjoying the weather down there. We're enjoying ours up here, buddy. As here's the 2-1 from McEwen. Swing and a hit, popped up foul off behind us, and that evens the count at 2-2 now with 2 out.
And please return all foul balls to the playing field.
This is an opportunity for McEwen to get out of this inning here with a runner on third. Here's McEwen, sets, deals a breaking ball, and it missed. 3-2 now's the count. It's full, and he shakes his hand off after that breaking ball. The laces must have got his fingers, as here's the full count. McEwen sets, deals, hit right to the third baseman. He's going to throw over to first base. We'll see if Molbash can get it, and he does for out number 3, as that is the end of the second. And the Warriors make some runs happen as it's 5-2 and we'll be 5-1, and we'll be back after this. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Five Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5 Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5 Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Welcome to Marion University's newest location, Ancilla College of Marion University. Marion's newest campus location in Plymouth is your home for an on-campus college experience. From living in the dorms to being a collegiate student-athlete, Marion University is ranked 3rd most innovative Midwest university by U.S. News & World Report. For more information about our 2- or 4-year degrees, go to www.marion.edu/Ancilla. That's www.marion.edu/Ancilla.
Back at Cavalier Field, we are chilling and having a fantastic time. Beautiful weather here in Culver, Indiana. Lake Maxinkuckee just around the corner from here. If you've ever been to Lake Maxinkuckee, oh man, what a great time that is. As Wyatt Wheeler's going to step back onto the mound here. It's 5-1 as the Warriors are doing excellent work today. Of course, we saw them just a few days ago, last Thursday, where they took a tough loss to the Oregon Davis Bobcats, another one of our area teams, and they just look like a totally different team out here. You know, we've talked about the Culver Cavaliers. We know what they were able to accomplish in beating one of their county rivals in the Argus Dragons just a short time ago. They're no joke either. So this is a big-time game for the Winamac Warriors, a conference game at that. Both teams' first conference game today. So for the Hoosier North Athletic Conference, of course. So this was a big-time first couple of innings for the Winamac Warriors. And now stepping in for the Culver Cavaliers. And we see Wyatt Wheeler dealing to him. Takes a strike as this is number 3, Ethan Binion in the box. Ethan Binion, this is his 6th plate appearance of the year. Strike 2 called. Binion has 2 runs on the year. As now the count's 0-2 and Wyatt Wheeler sets and deals the 0-2. Ball up top that time, tried to get Binion to chase, but no good eye there from Ethan. As here is the 1-2 from Wyatt Wheeler. Ooh, up top, and Binion had to duck out of the way. He'd have took a hit right to the noggin. As now that evens the count, 2-2 here. 5-1, no out, no outs, no on. Here's the 2-2 from Wheeler. Strike right down the middle, and Wheeler gets him looking. Ethan Binion goes out. There's out number 1 for the Winamac Warriors.
Number 11, Gage Long.
So Gage Long, the left fielder, number 11, stepping in for the Culver Cavaliers. As here is Wheeler. Too tall, two up top that time, as Long lets it go by. He had to duck out of the way for that one as well. A couple of pitches getting away from Wheeler here. As here's the 1-0 from Wheeler. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 called, evening the count at 1-1 for Gage Long here. Here's the pitch. Ball outside called. 2-1's the count now. Here's the 2-1 from Wyatt Wheeler. Tried a breaking ball. It just didn't break that time. 3-1. As we normally see those types of pitches from Wyatt Wheeler break. It's just not happening today. 3-1. Swing and a miss, and that makes the count full now. 3-2 with 1 out. This is an opportunity for Wyatt Wheeler to get his second. Anything close for Gage Long. He's going to have to swing. Here's the 3-2. Strike called. He didn't swing, and that's out number 2. 2 strikeouts in a row now for Wyatt Wheeler to start to here at the bottom of the second inning. No on, 2 out, 5-1, Warriors lead. Wheeler sets, deals. Another breaking ball, just can't get it to break, man. So this is Cam Whitworth. And a strike call there, evening the count at 1-1. This is Cam Whitworth's 10th plate appearance of the year, first of this afternoon. Here's the 1-1 from Wheeler. Swing and a miss, strike 2, making the count 1-2. Whitworth has 2 runs, 2 hits on the year. Here's the 1-2 from Wheeler. Strike called, and Wheeler gets out of the inning, and we're going to take a break with him. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Collins Insurance Agency in Knox has done it again. They have earned the distinction of preferred agency partner from the Western Reserve Insurance Company.
Can't touch this.
So what does that mean for you? Collins Insurance Agency provides themselves of taking care of its community. That means providing the best insurance that keeps you and your family safe in a time of need. And with this honor, Collins Insurance Agency looks forward to providing Stark and surrounding counties the best customer service you and your family deserve. Collins Insurance Agency in Knox, living the golden rule by treating you like family.
Back for more. Top of the third here in Culver, Indiana. A beautiful day as Wyatt Wheeler got to work there, bottom of the second, took care of business, and now they will be back up to bat. And boy, let me just say this. They've been swinging the bats like crazy today. They've put up 5 runs, only allowing 1 thus far. It's 5-1, and the Winamac Warriors lead over a conference foe in the Culver Cavaliers. And Jonas McEwen steps back up to the mound and is ready to go. Swing and a foul, as this is number 16 now, Maddox Buzinski in the batter's box. As McEwen gets ahead early here in this one. 0-1's the count, as this is the top of the third inning. So McEwen ready for the 0-1 here. Jonas likes the call from his catcher. And it goes over the head of the catcher and hits the fence right in front of us. Just couldn't get the pitch placed where he wanted to, evening the count at 1-1 now. Here's the 1-1 from McEwen. Too high up top, ball 2 called, as it's now 2-1. And McEwen right away back to work. Too high that time again, ball 3, 3-1 now the count. 5-1, the Warriors lead and have been swinging the bat very well. McEwen, ball 4 again. He just can't quite get a hold of it now, as that's another walked batter here. As Maddox Buzinski's going to go ahead and take his base. Mark's Body Shop in Knox is proud to be part of the broadcast today. If you ever need collision repair, contact Mark at 574-772-7003. Aiden Jimenez stepping back into the batter's box. As he went down swinging the last half inning he was up. This is his second plate appearance of this afternoon. As a strike 1 called, he let it go by for the first pitch. 1 on, no out to top of the third here, and the count's 0-1. As this is Aiden Jimenez in the batter's box. Too low that time, and Harrell did a good job of getting in front of that one. Reese Harrell. Here's the 1-1 from McEwen. Foul tip right behind us. As Jimenez, keeping his eye on the ball, is 1-2's the count. Ball that time, and now here's stealing. It's going to be, they tried to tag him at second, but no, Maddox Buzinski's going to slide in, and he is safe. So big time play puts Buzinski in scoring position with no out. He's on second. The count's 2-2 here, top of the third. Ooh, and Jimenez goes down swinging, and that'll be his second strikeout of the day, unfortunately, for Aiden Jimenez. But out number one for Jonas McEwen and the Cavs, and now stepping in is number two, the catcher, Peyton Adinger for the Winamac Warriors. Runner on second, one out. Here's McEwen. Ball low that time in the dirt. Harrell doing a good job of getting in front of those balls low. As here's McEwen. Ball low that time called for Jonas McEwen. 2-0 the count. As we've got Maddox Buzinski on second in scoring position for the Winamac Warriors. Big hit from Peyton Adinger. We'll see if it drops in. No, it's caught by the second baseman. He went all the way back right in front of the right fielder. Nice play by second baseman Cam Whitworth to make that play out in the outfield. And that is out number two for the Culver Cavaliers.
John Malco.
So stepping back into the batter's box for his second plate appearance of the day is John Malco. Went down his strikeout last at bat. We'll see what happens here. 1 on and 2 out. Here's McEwen. Strike called as Malco lets it go by for the first pitch. We're in the 9 slot for the batting order of the Winamac Warriors. Here's McEwen. Swing and hit from Malco. Got a piece of it. He's getting the timing down as that's fouled. 0-2 the count. Here's McEwen. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Malco goes down swinging as that is the top of the third. We are going to take a break and come back. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Wanting something more sporty? Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
Stay tuned for America's Pastime with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Have you ever wondered how much I could sell my vehicle for? Well, Auto Park Chevrolet GMC can help with that. We're looking to buy your vehicle. It is a quick, simple process that puts money in your pocket. Stop by the Auto Park on Oak Road for one of our sales professionals to assess your vehicle and have a cash price for you in moments. If you're looking to trade, we have stacks of inventory for you to choose from, or you can walk away with a check in hand. Don't hassle with listing on Marketplace or waiting forever to sell it privately. Let us make you an offer today. Auto Park Chevrolet GMC. Check us out at www.autoparkchevroletbuickgmc.com or call 574-936-5590 or come to see us next to Walmart in Plymouth.
Continuing the work here at Culver, Indiana, as the Culver Cavaliers are up to bat in this one. The Winamac Warriors, Wyatt Wheeler still on the mound for the Winamac Warriors, as we are going to see first up for the Culver Cavaliers. We're starting the top of the batting order, Hayden Parker. So Hayden Parker, top of the batting order for the Winamac Warriors. And we see Wyatt Wheeler still on the mound, as Mark Hendricks he told us in the Saturday Sports Line, he only likes to have his pitchers go no more than 3 innings. Of course, last Thursday, Max Gearhart went a full 4, but we'll see what Wyatt Wheeler can do here in the bottom of the third. First pitch up top, ball called, as Hayden Parker let that one go by. Good eye. Here's Wheeler. Ball outside called, making it 1-0 the count. Here's Wheeler. Ooh, inside, and Parker had to jump out of the way on that one, or it would have got him in the ankle. So pitchers wearing down a little bit. Some pitches getting away from them, as this is the 48th pitch from Wyatt Wheeler today. Ball up top, and that walks Hayden Parker. So both pitchers have pitched quite a bit so far.
Now batting number 24, Jonas McEwen.
So Jonas McEwen, the pitcher, stepping back into the batter's box. As Wheeler throws over to first to check his runner, he slides in and stays safe, Hayden Parker. As Wheeler's going to step back up here to the chalk. Deals. Here goes the runner to second. Attinger throws to second, and not in time. Boy, Hayden Parker's got the wheels, and now we know why he's the leadoff man, as he steals second and gets into scoring position for the Culver Cavaliers. Both teams have been able to get into scoring position, no problem this afternoon. It's been a fantastic ball game to be a part of. Here's Wheeler dealing the 1-0. Swing and a miss, a nice fastball right down the middle, as Jonas McEwen tried to get a piece of that one. It looked good. Wheeler throwing him fast. I need to invest in a speed gun. Ball outside, it gets past Attinger, and now taking third will be Hayden Parker. So now he moves forward again. The count 2-1. And Jonas McEwen has an opportunity to bring Hayden Parker home. Nothing better than going home on a late night. Let's see if he can bring him home. Here's Wheeler's 2-1. Strike called, upper corner part. Now Peyton Attinger and Hayden Parker playing a little cat and mouse game, little chicken. Love that part of baseball. Here's the 2-2 from Wheeler. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Jonas McEwen goes down.
Now batting number 25, Caleb McEwen.
As now stepping back in is Caleb McEwen, the shortstop. This is his 11th plate appearance of the year. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 as Wyatt Wheeler gets ahead in this one. McEwen, he has 5 runs on the year. He scored a run in the last half inning he was up. He's got 4 hits on the year. He got that 4th one in the last hit, as he has had a good season so far and continues for the Culver Cavaliers. Here's the 0-1 from Wheeler. Oh, it's a hit up to the first baseman, and he's going to catch that one immediately. That was on the play, first baseman John Malco. So, nice athletic play there from John as he gets out number 2. So, the first inning really kind of took a lot of time to get through. inning 2 and 3 are kind of going by pretty fast. I think both teams have settled down and understand what's at stake here. Swing and a miss, strike one. Looks like that's number 23, Reese Harrell in there. Boy, he swung for the fences on that one. If he had got a piece of that, it'd have gone far. So here's the 0-1 from Wyatt Wheeler. Ball low. Here comes Hayden Parker to steal home, and he's gonna make that happen easily as the ball just got past Peyton Attinger. That now makes the score 5-2, and the Cavs are cutting back into that lead. And we talked in the pregame, one of the Auto Park keys to the game for this Cavalier team was to really try to protect home field, especially against a team that is just starving for their first win of the year. You're going to have to play a little harder, and the Cavs are showing that they can play hard. As there's another ball low, as now it's 2-1. No on, 2 out. 2-1's the count. And Reese Harrell's in the box. Wyatt Wheeler deals the 2-1. Ball again, and Wheeler, it's getting away from him now, as he's had a few pitches get into the dirt here. You know, one thing I find interesting in the MLB, they've added a pitch clock, and I was expecting in high school baseball that the pitchers, since they don't have a pitch clock, they'd take their time, but really, quite frankly, they get to work and make it happen, as here's Wyatt Wheeler, swing and a miss. Strike 2, that makes the count full on Reese Harrell, so anything close for Reese, he's going to have to swing at it. Wheeler's going to have to be careful not to give him anything too close. Here we go. Swing and a foul off to the right side. So that keeps Reese alive here. That was Wyatt's 13th pitch of this inning, as we are in the bottom of the third already, 5-2, and the Winamac Warriors lead. Here's the full count. Strike called, and there's out number 3. As Reese Harrell goes down, and we will be back for the start of the 4th inning. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Howard's Marathon in Winamac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years' experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winamac. Call 574-946-6894.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
Back at Cavalier Field as the Cavs put up 1 run in the bottom of the third. 5-2 is the score as the Winamac Warriors are looking good here. And we've got a special guest in the clubhouse, Athletic Director Mike Zahner. Always fun to see Mike. How are you?
Doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Boy, the last time I saw you, we were bundled up in North Judson there for that semi-state football game. It's a lot nicer today. I'm enjoying spring sports so far.
Yeah, yesterday felt like a little bit like North Judson. The last time we
yeah,
talked,
yesterday was a little cold, wasn't it, Mike?
Just depends what day.
Well, I appreciate you coming up to talk. Just wanted to talk some Culver spring sports with you as we watch a fantastic baseball game. Jonas McEwen doing a great job on the mound, but like we talked in the pregame, when the Winamac Warriors are starving for their first win, I mean, you're going to get that type of team's best game. But what have you seen from the baseball players that you really like?
We're young. You know, we got one senior on the team. Owen Falk, who's actually my nephew, so he's...
Oh, really?
Yeah, but we're definitely young. Jonas, obviously a freshman, starting on the mound tonight, and Caleb's his twin brother. He got the win against Arcus last week.
Which is your county rival, one of your county rivals.
Yeah, so he ended up having 17 strikeouts in that game.
Oh, my, 17?
So that was a big thing for him.
Boy,
obviously.
that is huge.
But track's off and running. Both middle school, high school. Softball's out to a nice start. They get a win over Argus and CMA,
Nice.
CGA, I guess. But so they are in action tonight as well.
Well, we just saw. No, you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine. I wanted to talk to you, but 0-2's the count now for McEwen here. As here comes the next pitch from him. This is number 23 in the batter's box, Braden Mathias. So back to the top of the batting order for the Winamac Warriors, as McEwen is going to deal the 1-2 here. Swing, it looks like it may fall into fair territory. It does, right behind the shortstop, and that will be a single for Braden Mathias. But the track team already off to a good start, you say, this spring. And
yeah, they've had they were actually the middle schools at Knox tonight, and we had the varsity meet supposed to be at South Central last night. Got canceled along with everything else. So yeah, going good.
So Max Gearhart's going to step in here for the Winamac Warriors. 1 on, no out. Here's McEwen. He deals, ball low. One thing I was telling our listeners, or actually I was talking to Trevor Weldon before the game, is I actually did a game here back in 2014 with the boss, Tony Ross.
Okay.
And when I walked into the clubhouse, it brought me down memory lane. I remember walking up the steps. It was all the same, as here's a chopper right to second base, and they are going to throw it to Molbash to first, but that moves the runner forward. And that is Braden Mathias getting to second base. But, yeah, it just took me back down memory lane walking up here.
Yeah,
and,
this will be it. This is the final season for the clubhouse.
Oh, really?
Yep, upgrading, getting a new press box. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well,
might be the last time you get to fall down these stairs.
Well, that's the one thing I remembered was how careful you had to be walking up the stairs and walking back down. But it just took me down memory lane.
Yeah, yep. Harold has he had told me that one time he did a game here last year, a couple years ago. He said, I fell back and almost fell through. And that worries me, yes.
Have to sign a waiver.
Yeah, no kidding.
So here's the 1-0 from McEwen. He's got a man on second. He's trying to get out of here. This is the top of the fourth. Ball low called. As this is number 15 in the batter's box for Winamac, Addison Allen, the center fielder. We had a chance to see Winamac last week, Mike, and they had a tough time swinging the bats, and that's one thing Mark Hendricks said they've really focused on the last 6 days is just swinging the bats at practice. And I think it's proven it's kind of working today for them, as your Cavs have really had to fight from behind really from the start.
Yeah, they got out to the good start there for the top of the first inning, so.
But, boy, in that bottom of the first, they scored 2 runs right back at them. So the Cavs have shown they can put up the runs as well. And that's a strike, making the count 3-1 here for Jonas McEwen. And Jonas doing a very good job here so far, as this is the top of the fourth, 5-2. He steps off. And this is what I was wondering. What is that? Is that a bump stop? Is that chalk? What is it at the mound? What are they standing on?
It's a rubber. It's
rubber.
A piece.
Okay.
Yeah, 4-inch by 4-inch rubber. So.
Well, I just didn't know the lingo, the terminology. I wanted to say it right. Big hit right over the head of the pitcher, Jonas McEwen, and this is going to bring the runner home all the way. Braden Mathias is going to score for the Warriors, and it's going to be a double for Addison Allen as he slides in. And the Winamac Warriors bring home another runner, 6-2 here, top of the fourth. Wow.
Yeah, that was close.
Man, that would have hit Jonas right in the head. So
softballs, that's why they wear face masks in softball,
no
right?
kidding. Well, and I did my first softball game the other night, and boy, that's a smaller field. You really got to pay attention if you're playing softball. But we see the catcher for the Cavs, Reese Harrell, run out to talk with Jonas, trying to calm him down, give him some words of encouragement here.
Now batting number 46.
As he's got a runner in scoring position again for the Warriors here. This is stepping into the batter's box here is number 46, Wyatt Wheeler, and he swings and misses. Strike one there called. But, yeah, it's just fun to get back over here to Culver, especially in the fall and spring and in basketball, I'm always inside, but I love the campus here at Culver. I just think you guys have a really nice campus.
I appreciate that. Yeah, They work hard. That's
yeah,
for
you
sure.
guys do.
Yes.
You guys definitely do. And Trevor Weldon, I'm usually the first one here. He was already chalking the lines. So you've got a good crew here, Mike. You've got a real good crew. As here's the 1-1 from McEwen, pop up high, and it looks like it's going to fall in fair, and that is going to move the runner to third, Addison Allen. So now we've got runners in the corners. Wyatt Wheeler gets on base yet again, and he's a big kid for the Winamac Warriors. How tall you suppose Reese Harrell is for the Cavs, Mike?
Oh, he's probably 6'2", 6'3".
He's a pretty tall kid. What grade's he in?
He's a junior.
Junior.
Now batting number 4.
Yeah, he's pretty tall, and so is Molbash there on first. You got any stories on those guys?
Molbash plays football for us. So
Yeah?
Yeah. He's a sophomore. Started both ways for us this year.
Nice. So now stepping in.
He's got more facial hair than most 40-year-olds, right?
I did notice that. I'd have to check IDs before the game as this moves the runner to second. This is that was Wyatt Wheeler, who then stole second off an errant pitch that almost got past Reese Harrell. So Jonas McEwen now has another runner in scoring position. He's got 2 in scoring position. 1 on second, 1 on third. As he's going to throw over to third to check the runner. This is Connor Burton in the batter's box. As he's got some work to do here. 1 out. Here in the top of the 4th as here's the 1-0 from McEwen. Ball inside and getting in front of it, doing a very good job is Reese Harrell. Well, you've got to be happy with your hire for the new football coach in the fall. Very, very happy about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Got your guy.
Glad to see Austin. He's excited. They started doing some stuff last week as far as a football Friday and getting guys doing a little spring ball. So,
you suppose you'll get maybe 5 minutes of free time?
I doubt it. Yeah. I'm actually going to be
more busy now,
coaching some middle school football next year for them. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, and you've got some younger children in middle school, is it?
Yeah, my son will be a 7th grader next year. He's a 6th grader right now, so he's actually doing track at Knox right now. And,
really?
Yep.
So will he be playing football in the fall?
I hope so. He did it this year as a 6th grader. He may not with the new coach in the middle school. So,
well, I'd play for my dad. Well, maybe I wouldn't. But that's got to be fun, and you're probably looking forward to that, to spend more time.
It's a fun group. It's a fun age to coach. I used to teach middle school PE health, and then ended up got to coach middle school wrestling this year. So that was
nice.
That was fun. That's a fun group. They're just energetic. They'll do everything you ask, and sometimes they won't. Yeah.
Connor Burton swings and misses, evening the count at 2-2 here as Jonas McEwen deals, swing inside, and it's going to be a pop foul over our heads. As there's 1 out, 2 on here, top of the 4th. 6-2's the score as the Warriors of Winamac lead here. And McEwen sets and deals the 2-2. Ball outside. It gets a little away from Reese Harrell, but Harrell's going to track it down. And that keeps the runners at 3rd and 2nd here.
Jonas is, I think, a prime candidate for the starting quarterback position next year, too. So.
Oh, really?
We get to see a little bit of his arm in the fall.
Well, and then, that's what I just find interesting is you guys get so far ahead of the game. You're already planning here in the spring for the fall. It's almost like football never stops.
Yeah, and then you got, obviously, Molbash and Binion at 3rd. And
Ethan Binion, I remember that name. As, unfortunately, Jonas McEwen in this game is going to walk. It looks like Connor Burton, and now the whole infield is coming to talk, and head coach Mike Pazin is going to talk things over here. We'll see if they have a pitching change or if they're going to stick with Jonas here. It's 6-2, top of the 4th, 1 out. And just getting a chance to meet Mike Pazin the first time I had a chance to meet him, really nice guy right off the top. And how'd you guys find him?
He's actually he's part of the community. I think he works down the bank in town here, but has been around. He actually was a JV coach over at the military academy.
Nice.
Had talked to me a couple times about helping out with baseball, and then when the position came open, he applied. We had a nice conversation, interviewed him, and it was great. I'm excited. He definitely brings a lot of positivity to the guys, and he knows we're young. He's doing a great job with them, brings a lot of knowledge, and then obviously having Matt McEwen and then also Shane Lowry on staff there. They have a lot of fun, and these kids are learning every day and getting better.
Well, it's always good to see Coach Lowry as we have a foul hit on this is number 16, Maddox Buzinski in the batter's box, as that makes the count 0-1. But it's always good to see Coach Lowry. He always yanks my chain. He's a fun guy.
He's something else. We'll just say that.
He's something else. As here's the 0-1 from Jonas McEwen. Ball up top to Maddox Buzinski with runners on every base. It's fully loaded right now, and McEwen is trying to get out of this half inning here. As here's the 1-1. Ball low that time, as now it's 2-1, and Jonas kind of gives a little look there to Reese Harold to say, I got it, it's okay. Let me make something happen here. Here's the 2-1 from McEwen. Tip foul right in front of our face, hits the fence, as that evens the count at 2-2.
Can't get Chris to do baseball games with you?
Well,
he's not the baseball coach
anymore. He had an academic thing he had to be at today at Tri-Township, and Scott Masters couldn't make it today, and I hit up Nate Welter, but he couldn't make it today either. So we're making it happen, and I appreciate you coming up to chat with me. Here's the 3-2 full count from McEwen. Inside, and he's going to walk. And that brings a runner home off the walk. And this is touching home plate. Number 15 for the Winamac Warriors. Addison Allen, another run for the Warriors. And it looks like here comes head coach Mike Pazin. We may see a pitching change here, and we are. We are going to see the shortstop, Caleb McEwen. His, you say twin brother?
Yep, twin brother.
So twin brother, Caleb McEwen will step on the mound, and we'll see where Jonas will be placed. And they get a few.
Like they may be just switching spots there. Yeah.
And they give the pitchers time to warm up to get ready. So tough
he's
out there.
He's probably getting close to his pitch count as well.
Well, and that's what I was just getting ready to count up.
We also have several other games this week. We play.
You got to keep the arms fresh.
Yeah. We're supposed to play Winamac. We were supposed to play them last night. Obviously, it got postponed to Thursday, so we'll be at Winamac on Thursday. It was supposed to be a 5 o'clock start, but that's going to be a 5:30 start due to umpires. So
Is that, you say Thursday?
Yeah, we'll be over at Winamac on Thursday. And then tomorrow, look at my calendar. I know we go.
Yeah, Jonas McEwen, that was his he had pitched 78 pitches today through 4 innings. As
yeah, we're at Marquette Catholic tomorrow.
Marquette Catholic tomorrow.
Yep. And then doubleheader on Saturday.
So a lot of baseball this week here. As we see the infield players, I don't know what they were doing. They were posing for a picture maybe, as they were laying on their stomachs there at the mound.
This is a different animal for a football coach.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to see in a baseball game. Well, and one thing I was telling the guys at Winamac last Thursday was, I'm used to when you go to a ball game, you got to have a hot dog. Well, I can't have a hot dog and talk at the same time, so that kind of ruined the fun for me. But
got pulled pork tonight.
I know. I was saying the food right below here
smells good.
It does smell good, And if you're in the area, definitely come over and watch some baseball. We're having a fantastic evening. I'm Mitch Columbia, along with Athletic Director here at Culver, Mike Zahner. Appreciate you stopping by and talking with us. It means a lot.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, I
can fill a void, I guess.
Well, my buddy told me if there's anyone he knows that could talk with no one standing next to him, he said he figured it'd be me because I'm an only child. So I made it through the first 4 innings, I guess. As here's the 0-1 from McEwen up top and inside. Ball 1, as that's Aiden Jimenez stepping in. He's struck out twice today, as this is his 3rd plate appearance of the day. As there's another ball low and away for Caleb McEwen.
Two ones a count. Got the twin brother, obviously, pitching now.
Yeah, Caleb McEwen on the mound here. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 evens the count at 2-2 here. Top of the 4th, 7-2, the Warriors lead. They have been desperate all game as they want to get their first win of the game. Of course, this is a conference matchup. As here's Caleb McEwen's pitch.
Strikes
called. Strike. And that's Aiden Jimenez's 3rd strikeout of the day. He's having a tough time to get things going, but that's out number 2 for the Culver Cavaliers. And now stepping in is number 2, Peyton Attinger, the catcher for the Winamac Warriors. So bases loaded still, and Caleb McEwen trying to bail his brother out here. Breaking ball just didn't break in time, as that's ball 1. 2 out here.
Reese has done a nice job behind the plate.
Oh, man, hasn't he?
Blocking them down.
He has done a good job. We mentioned that. And, when those pitches get away from you, it's a catcher's job to make sure they don't
nice pitch
get
there.
Past them. And there's a beautiful swing and a miss. Strike called there for Caleb McEwen right down the pike, as that is Peyton Attinger. Here's the 1-1. Pop up. Let's see if it stays fair. It'll be foul. So that brings Peyton back, making the count 1-2 here. But spring sports here at Culver are happening. And we're already 3. You had spring break 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, last week of March. So
did you go anywhere exotic?
I went to Arkansas.
Did you?
Yeah.
Maybe not exotic, but
yeah,
a little warmer.
What, the hometown of Bill Clinton, maybe? I think that's what it was.
Oh, man, getting hit by a pitch is Peyton Attinger, and he's going to take his base, and that brings another runner home due to that, and that's number 42.
Now batting number 8, John Malco.
John Malco up to bat for the Warriors.
Yeah, so John Malco now stepping back in. This is his 3rd plate appearance. Of course, everyone knows the Malco name over there at Winamac, and he was one of our Tyler Roth WKVI Athletes of the Week a few weeks ago. But he's had trouble today swinging the bat. Let's see what he can make happen here. Ball inside to John. As it's 1-0's the count, 2 outs here, top of the 4th, 8-2, the Winamac Warriors lead, and the bases are loaded. Caleb McEwen trying to get out of this inning here as he deals the 1-0. Strike called, upper right-hand corner. Making the count 1-1.
Adam Lamer thinks you're pretty desperate to have me on here during a baseball game.
He didn't listen to football, did he?
He did, actually.
Oh, did he? Well, I thought we'd get along. We get along pretty well. You always take care of me here at Culver.
I'll tease him. He's a golfer and tried to play baseball his senior year. So. Strikes him out.
Strike
Gets
out.
out of the jam.
As that will be the top of the 4th. We'll keep it here, but I appreciate your time and appreciate you coming up. I know you're a busy guy and you've got a lot of things going, but is there any announcements you want to make while we got you on the air for Culver?
No, just, I always like to say this, but if you're in the area and want to stop out, I mean, and not even if you're at Culver, get out and support these guys. They practice, they play hard, and, not just baseball, but softball, track, golf team. They're kicking off this week. I think they're supposed to have one last week, but didn't get to play due to weather and stuff. So it's been a kind of a wet spring early, and then got really nice last week, and so hopefully looks like the next couple of days is going to be nice. So get out, support your local teams. These kids work hard. And if you want to see some of the best kids that your schools have to offer, I think you're going to find them on the athletic fields. I think you look back and see the academic top 10, and a lot of those guys are athletes, and the girls, and so get out, support your teams. They work hard. The coaches work hard, and there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of good things in the area, and make sure you capture it.
Well, you got new gear already? Every time I see you, you're in a new zip-up.
This is, I think this was a baseball store apparel.
Nice. I like that.
Got the sleeve
It
that
does.
zip off.
I see it.
And
it's nice.
Zip on. So
well, Culver's always
figured the KVB there.
Well, this is still football. My KVB spring sport collection hasn't been released yet, Mike.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate you coming by. It means a lot. I don't want to take your time, but thank you so much. It means a lot, and I'm so glad that Culver is in spring sports and towards the end of the year already.
Yeah, we're getting close.
It's crazy.
5 weeks of school left maybe after this week.
Oh, man.
So. Not that anybody's counting, right?
No kidding. You need the summer break. All right, Mike, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank
appreciate
you
you
so much.
having us. Thanks for coming over.
Oh, of course. Love Culver. Appreciate you. That's Mike Zahner, the athletic director here at Culver Community, as we appreciate him any chance we get to talk. Anytime we get a chance to talk with him, he does such a good job, and joined us for a few football games at the end of last year, as he did such a good job. He's so good at breaking down plays, and I just love talking with him, and he always sets me up with everything I need when I'm talking to athletes here at Culver. So here's the first pitch, bottom of the fourth for Wyatt Wheeler's a ball. He's got Molbash in the batter's box, as Wheeler's still on the mound here for the Winamac Warriors. 8-2, and they lead in this one. Bottom of the fourth. 2 balls, no strikes. And there's ball 3. (3-0) the count. Wheeler sets and deals. Oh, way outside that time, and he's going to walk him. So Molbash takes his base. Oh, and he waves at Wyatt just to let him know that he got there. Boy, you got to love it.
Now batting number 7.
He ran all the way to first base. He turned to look at Wyatt and gave him a little wave. So 1 on, no out. Here's Wheeler, bunt shown, and it's a tip foul right in front of us. Hits the fence, as this is number 7, Derek McKee. Derek McKee, every time I hear that name, I think of the late 90s, early 2000s Pacers. There was a player, he was a small forward, 6'9", Derek McKee, one of my favorite Pacer players growing up. But this is Derek McKee of Culver, Indiana, and he's in the batter's box, showing bunt again. Now the runner, Molbash, trying to take second, and he does. Oh, errant pass. Now he's going to try to take third, and he's going to get there easily. So, Braden Molbash not only got into scoring position, he got from first all the way to third. And what a play for him. So 2-0 the count to Wyatt Wheeler. He's got a runner on third. And this is Derek McKee in the box. So here's the 0-2 from Wheeler. Oh, breaking ball got him, and that's the breaking ball we've been talking about all afternoon. It just wasn't breaking, and finally it did. It was so high, and it just dropped right into the strike zone for out number 1. And next up is Ethan Binion, the 7th slot for the Culver Cavaliers, and Wyatt Wheeler right to work, sets and deals, swing and a miss. Strike 1, Ethan Binion now. So Wyatt Wheeler ahead of the count here with a runner on third. Molbash trying to come home. Ethan Binion wants to bring him home. Here's the 0-1. Strike 2 right down the middle. Looked good from here too as Wyatt Wheeler making work. 1 out, 1 on, 1 in, 0-2, bottom of the fourth. Wheeler sets, deals. Outside that time, and Peyton Addinger got to it. both catchers for that fact have just really done a good job of getting those pitches that are just way outside of the strike zone and hunting them down. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that is out number 2 for the Winamac Warriors. And that will retire Ethan Binion and bring in Gage Long for the Culver Cavaliers, the left fielder. So Long steps in, crosses his bat in the dirt, chokes up on the bat, and he's ready to go. 2 outs here, bottom of the 4th. And it's a hit right back to the pitcher. Wyatt Wheeler throws over to first. And there, right to John Malco's the catch and the out, as that is the end of the 4th inning. We're going to take a break with him. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Collins Insurance Agency in Knox has done it again. They have earned the distinction of preferred agency partner from the Western Reserve Insurance Company.
Can't touch this.
So what does that mean for you? Collins Insurance Agency provides themselves of taking care of its community. That means providing the best insurance that keeps you and your family safe in a time of need. And with this honor, Collins Insurance Agency looks forward to providing Stark and surrounding counties the best customer service you and your family deserve. Collins Insurance Agency in Knox, living the golden rule by treating you like family.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Brems. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392.
Back at Cavalier Field, 8-2, the Winamac Warriors lead. As Mark's Body Shop in Knox is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. If you ever need collision repair, contact Mark at 574-772-7003. Today's broadcast is also brought to you in part by Culver's Portside Marina. Spring is here. Get your boat serviced and ready for the summer. Call them at 574-842-5000. We appreciate them in their support toward continuing the tradition. So now stepping back into the batter's box for the Winamac Warriors, we see number 23, number 23, Braden Mathias back to the top of the batting order, and he's going to swing on the first pitch, and it's going to fall into fair territory, and he's going to make a double out of it. Wow, what a play to start the top of the 5th inning, as the left fielder for Culver had to track that one down, Gage Long, and what a play for Braden Mathias, getting things to start for the top of the 5th here as they lead 8-2, and they want this first win of the season. You can smell it. As here's a ball low from Jonas McEwen. So here's the 1-0 from Jonas McEwen here. 8-2, the Warriors lead. Breaking ball just didn't break, stayed up top. Ball 2 now. As we'll see what Max Gearhart can do here. McEwen deals. Ball up top again, too high. 3rd ball in a row, 3-0 the count here to Max Gearhart. And I assume he'll sit back, relax, and enjoy this next pitch breeze by. Here's the 3-0 from McEwen. Ball 4 up top. They're going to try to steal 3rd, and they do. And the ball just got into the glove of the 3rd baseman for Culver, Ethan Binion, but fell right out of his mitt, and sliding in safe is Peyton Attinger.
Now batting number
23,
Addison Allen.
Number 23, Braden Mathias. Sometimes it's hard to read their numbers in here. So here's the pitch from McEwen, inside ball called, and now the Warriors are going to steal second. Might as well, as that moves forward. Number 7 for the Winamac Warriors, Max Gearhart. So, Addison Allen in the box. 0-1's the count. Caleb McEwen deals. Nice hit to left field, and that's going to bring Braden Mathias home. It's also going to bring Max Gearhart home, and it's going to be a double for Addison Allen. So, perfect hit for the Warriors as Addison Allen gets an RBI double, bringing 2 runs home, making it 10-2 now for the Winamac Warriors.
Now batting number 46, Wyatt Wheeler.
So Wyatt Wheeler now steps back in, and he had a double his last at bat. Wyatt Wheeler definitely upping his batting average. He came into today's contest batting 200. That's definitely gone up since this game. So Caleb McEwen likes the call from his catcher, Reese Harrell. Here's the 0-1. And ducking out of the way is Wyatt Wheeler for ball 1, making the count 1-1 now. McEwen sets and deals the 1-1. Strike called, a nice placement there. 1-2 now's the count. No out, 1 on, 1 in. 1-2's the count here. 10-2, the Warriors lead. McEwen sets, deals, swing and a miss. Wyatt Wheeler, and he goes down swinging this time, as that is out number 1 for the Culver Cavaliers.
Now batting number 4, Connor Burton.
And Connor Burton now stepping into the batter's box for the Winamac Warriors. Runner on second. He checks his runner. Now he sets and deals. Breaking ball just didn't break. Stays up top that time. Ball number 1. And Reese Harrell wants to take a timeout. Looks like head coach Mike Pazin's coming in here to talk with Caleb as well. We'll see what happens. As today's game is brought to you in part by Todd and Josh Lawrence of Lawrence Farms. We thank Todd and Josh Lawrence for supporting local high school sports. Also, Zingo Express of Knox is proud to be part of the action today. Stop by Zingo Express in Knox and fuel up both you and your vehicle the Zingo Express way. Finally, today's broadcast is brought to you by Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service. Call Joe Nepp at 1-800-590-2272 for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural crane needs. Top of the 5th, 10-2, the Warriors lead. They've got 2 runs in this half inning, and it looks like Mike Pazin is still talking with his pitcher. They're conversing things over. It looks like we are going to have a pitching change here. So McEwen pitched 18 pitches through his 1 inning of appearance today. And now we're going to see number 21 for the Culver Cavaliers, Cam Whitworth, on the mound as he's warming up. And we are going to join him and take a break. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Howard's Marathon in Winamac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winamac. Call 574-946-6894.
Pitching change here at Culver Cavalier Field. We're going to see Cam Whitworth step on the mound and make something happen. We saw both McEwen brothers to start the game, and now Cam Whitworth is going to get his shot here as another beautiful evening for baseball here in the Kankakee Valley area. Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. So happy to be a part of the tradition in this area, continuing it here as I am Mitch Columbi. So glad to be doing it for you. As now we will see stepping into the batter's box, number 4 for the Winamac Warriors, Connor Burton, the left fielder. And warmed up enough is Cam Whitworth ready to go here at the top of the 5th inning. The count's 1-0. Left over from Caleb McEwen, 1 out. Here's Whitworth, first pitch, ball up top called, ball 2 now. This will be the 3rd pitcher we've seen from Culver. And Wyatt Wheeler still on the mound as of now for the Winamac Warriors. Here's Whitworth's pitch right to the shortstop. A hit it is, and now he throws to first. Oh my goodness, Molbash splits, but he couldn't get the catch to go. What a play by Braden Molbash, but he couldn't bring in the catch, so that's safe. On first, Connor Burton, and now runners in the corners for the Warriors. All right, here comes Whitworth. Checks his runner at first. Deals. Runner goes to second, but a foul called. So tipped right off the bat, rolled right behind the catcher and umpire. Of course, today's umpires are Robert Lichtenberger and Rick Podell. I believe Lichtenberger is making the calls behind home plate, and out in the field is Rick Podell. So here's Whitworth, the 0-1. Outside ball, and it looks like number 4, Connor Burton, is going to go ahead and steal second, moving 2 Winamac Warriors into scoring position. And this is a completely different Winamac Warrior team than we saw last Thursday against the Oregon Davis Bobcats. I'd say those first 6 losses really taught them something because they came to play today. Swinging a big-time hit, and it's going to fall right in front of the left fielder, and that's going to bring 1 runner home. Now it's going to bring 2 runners home, and now the score is going to be 12-2, and sliding into second for a double. No, overthrown. Now he's going to take third, and now he's going to get a triple. Oh, man. Wow, what a play for Maddox Buzinski. He brought Connor Burton all the way home. And another Warrior, it looks like catcher for the Cavs, Reese Harrell, might have hurt his arm a little bit on that play. You could see him wincing and rubbing his arm down a little bit. As he has had to put in a lot of work this afternoon. Reese Harrell, the catcher for the Culver Cavs, as here's a breaking ball and a strike called, 0-1. Perfect placement for Cam Whitworth. He's got a runner on third, though. The score is 12-2, a 10-point lead. A 10-run lead, I should say. Ball called inside for Cam Whitworth that time, evening the count at 1-1. Top of the 5th, 1 out, 1 on, 1 in, 1-1. 12-2 is the score here in Culver, Indiana. As here's Cam Whitworth's pitch. Ball called outside, making the count 2-1. Collins Insurance is part of the broadcast, taking care of all your insurance needs. Jim Collins told me to tell you, call him anytime at 574-772-6844. That's Collins Insurance, supporting local high school sports. Ball up top, called again. 3-1's the count now for Cam Whitworth, and this is number 22, Aiden Jimenez. His 4th plate appearance of the day. He has struck out 3 times. He's hoping to make something happen on the 4th. Strike 2 called. As now it's full count for Aiden Jimenez. This is his opportunity to make something happen in his 4th plate appearance here. Whitworth sets, deals. Ball up top, and Aiden Jimenez is going to take his first base and get on base for the first time this afternoon. As now we're pretty close to having all Winamac Warriors on base through this game. As yes, besides John Malco, everyone has gotten on base for the Winamac Warriors. We'll see if John, he's in the 9 slot, as now's the 8 slot. Peyton Addinger stepping into the batter's box. Addinger, that catcher for the Winamac Warriors, doing a great job today. Ball inside, called for the first pitch to him from Cam Whitworth, making the count 1-0, 1 out, 2 on. Runners in the corners here for the Winamac Warriors, and I'd say head coach Mark Hendricks has got to be very happy with his Warriors today. Here's Whitworth's pitch. Strike called. Jimenez is going to go ahead and take second. as now the Warriors have 2 runners in scoring position. Whitworth trying to get out of this half inning here. And he's going to step off and step back in. Peyton Attinger digs in, swing and a hit, and it's going to get through the shortstop. This is going to bring 1 runner home for the Winamac Warriors. Here comes Aiden Jimenez. He's going to score for the Warriors. So 2 more runs and sliding into second. Oh, and he's called out. So Peyton Attinger tried to get a double out of it, and perfect timing were the Cavs as they get the out for out number 2 here at the top of the 5th. But the Warriors bring 2 home, and now it's 14-2. So we're going to see Brody Winsler in for the first time today. We haven't seen him from the Winamac Warriors yet this season. We were in Winamac last Thursday. We did not see Brody, but we will now, and he is stepping into the batter's box. Whitworth just about to throw his 11th pitch of this half inning. As here's Winsler digging in. Whitworth sends the pitch, ball outside called. As here's the 1-0. Outside, ball 2 called. As Whitworth has nobody on now. 2 out, top of the 5th, and 2-0 the count. Here's Whitworth. Swing and a miss for Brody Winsler. Strike 1 called. As here's the 2-1 from Whitworth. Strike called inside corner, and Brody just dropped his head. He knew immediately he should have swung at that one. That evens the count at 2-2 here, top of the 5th. 2 out. This is a chance to get out of this half inning for Cam Whitworth. Here's the pitch, outside, ball call, and it is a full count here as the Cavs need Cam Whitworth to get them out of this half inning desperately. Whitworth sets and deals the 3-2. Ball outside, and Brody Winsler is going to get a free base here, and he's going to take it. And we are going back to the top of the order. Braden Mathias stepping in for the Winamac Warriors.
23, Braden Mathias.
So, 2 outs, 1 on for Cam Whitworth and his Cavaliers. He sets and deals a big hit right to the shortstop, and it gets through him, though, and that moves the runner to second, and it looks like it'll be a single for Braden Mathias as the Warriors are just continuing what they started in that first half inning.
Now batting number 7, Max Gearhart.
The Cavs trying to stop this bleeding as they need to get out of this half inning here. Big hit from Max Gearhart popped up, and it's going to drop between the center fielder and right fielder. It's going to bring Brody Winsler home, and it's also going to bring Braden Mathias home, and it's also going to be a double for Max Gearhart. So 16-2 now, and the Winamac Warriors look completely different than they did a short 5 days ago. And when Mark Hendricks says they've been working on the batting, you better believe they've been working on the batting.
Now batting number 15, Addison Allen.
16 runs today for the Winamac Warriors, and you almost just felt it was a matter of time. After losing the first 6, the Warriors knew it was only a matter of time before they got their opportunity. And here's another big hit from number 15, Addison Allen, and it'll be caught by the center fielder. And out number 3 for the Culver Cavaliers. That was Hayden Parker on the play, as we are going to now have our 5th inning stretch sponsored by Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give third-generation owner Brian Hammond a call at 574-936-4660. Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning has been serving the local area since 1936. Big shout-out to Brian Hammond today, former softball coach here at Culver. It's a beautiful day here at Culver, Brian. We appreciate you and your support in continuing the tradition.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Well, the Winamac Warriors just keep on bringing in the runs, and it is 16-2 here in beautiful Culver, Indiana, as the Culver Cavaliers are reeling in this one. We are entering the bottom of the fifth here, and we are still seeing Wyatt Wheeler on the mound for the Winamac Warriors. I think Mark Hendricks is going to try to see if he can finish this game out, a full, complete game from Wyatt Wheeler, as it was a little hairy there in the start of the first inning for him, allowing those 2 runs. But since then, the Winamac Warriors haven't looked back, and the Cavs have just had a tough time getting things to go their way. And an unusually, too, after looking at the stats and seeing them beat one of their county rivals in the Argus Dragons, we were expecting the Cavs to come into this one and ready to play, but they just hadn't played a team that hadn't won yet. And like we said, when you play a team that hasn't won yet, you become desperate. You become a little bit of a different team, and you're willing to try things that you normally wouldn't try. And I think that's exactly what the Winamac Warriors have done today in this one. And we're going to see Cam Whitworth, who was on the mound to finish that last half inning for the Culver Cavaliers. He steps into the batter's box. Wyatt Wheeler sets and deals. Bunt shown from Whitworth, but no, it gets by. Strike one called, making it 0-1 here, and Wyatt Wheeler getting to work early. You bet his confidence is through the roof right now. Here's Wheeler's 0-1. Strike called down the middle, 0-2 now, and he's feeling good. Ball inside, and Whitworth got away with one there. He almost got hit, but he gets out of the way, making it 1-2 the count, and Wheeler sets to deal. Oh, and he does hit Cam Whitworth that time, and boy, you could hear it. Hit him right on the side. And now you see Mark Hendricks coming in to talk to Wyatt Wheeler. And before he even talks to Wyatt just hands the ball over to Max Gearhart. He already knew. And now we see Mark Hendricks walking up to the mound to talk with Max Gearhart. Of course, we saw Max last Thursday. He started that game against the Oregon Davis Bobcats.
Now pitching for Winamac.
Had a first few good innings there for the Winamac Warriors, but then things got away, and Connor Frazier got a big-time home run. Brady Danford, who was our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game, had a heck of a game. One of the best plays of the season so far, with an RBI double. He brought 2 runs home. But I don't know, after today's game in the Winamac Warriors, they showed us some plays that are definitely going to be pulled from my demo reel later. As that was pitch 73 from Wyatt Wheeler today. Of course, these are unofficial results. 73 pitches from Wyatt Wheeler, 78 from Jonas McEwen, who was the starting pitcher for the Culver Cavaliers. And then his brother Caleb McEwen came in for the half inning there, the half of the fourth. And he pitched 9 in that half inning and then 9 in the following half inning. So 18 pitches total for Caleb McEwen. And then Cam Whitworth came in at the last half inning and pitched 15 pitches to get out of that inning. But the Winamac Warriors have put up 16 runs, the Cavs only 2, as we see Max Gearhart warming up for the Winamac Warriors. We thank the Stark County Co-op, your local agricultural cooperative that offers an array of service and support, including grain agronomy, seed, fuel, and LP petroleum. Call 574-867-2411 to contact the Stark County Co-op. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by 5 Star as well. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and remind you to shop local. That's 5 Star in the Knox Mall. We also remind you Kankakee Valley Broadcasting is going to historic Wrigley Field to catch the Chicago Cubs take on the Boston Red Sox Saturday, July 15th. Hop on a chartered bus at KVB headquarters and be chauffeured all the way to the friendly confines. This trip is for individuals 21 and over, so all you parents listening, this is your getaway opportunity. Call 574-772-6241 during regular business hours to save your seat. Stepping into the batter's box for the Culver Cavaliers is Hayden Parker, and has he had a day? My goodness, a double in his last at bat. And Max Gearhart checking his runner on first. That was left from Wyatt Wheeler, and we see Wheeler who takes over at first base. No out, 1 on. Bottom of the 5th here as Max Gearhart deals. Peyton throws all the way to second to try to tag the runner, but no. Cam Whitworth is going to slide in and get safe as he's now in scoring position. (1-0) the count for Max Gearhart. He's got a runner on second. Checks the runner, sets and deals. Too high that time, ball 2. As he's still trying to probably warm up. Takes a little bit longer when it's in the mid-50s, early 60s like it is today. No breeze, though. Just a chillier day than it has been in the last few days. Of course, yesterday was not a fun day. So much better today for the weather as Gearhart checks his runner at 2. Here comes the pitch, ball up top. 3-0 the count now for Gearhart. And Hayden Parker going to sit back and relax on this next one here. Gearhart checking the runner at second, 3-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. 4 balls in a row for Max Gearhart. He's still trying to dial it in here as we are going to see Jonas McEwen step into the batter's box. The Cavs have runners on first and second. Cam Whitworth on second and Hayden Parker on first. As here is Max Gearhart's first pitch to Jonas McEwen. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 for Jonas. As there's the first good pitch from Max Gearhart as he's finally warming up here. That was his 5th pitch of this inning in this afternoon. As Gearhart sets, deals the 0-1. Hit from Jonas McEwen, and it's going to fall right behind the third baseman, and that's going to move the runners forward, and now the bases are fully loaded for the Culver Cavaliers, and this is exactly what they wanted to do. And now stepping in is Jonas's twin brother, Caleb McEwen, the shortstop.
Now batting number 25,
of course, Caleb stepped in to pitch. Then Cam Whitworth came in to pitch. We've had 3 arms we've seen from the Culver Cavaliers. Max Gearhart is our second of the Warriors in today's action. Here's the pitch from Gearhart. Strike call that time, and it's 0-1 the count. 16-2, the Winamac Warriors lead. As this is the bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch from Gearhart. And Caleb McEwen got a piece of it, but it goes foul. Making the count 0-2 here. Gearhart checks his runner checks his runners. Now he's ready to send this one McEwen's way. Swing and a miss, and the ball gets past Peyton Attinger, and that brings a run home. Number 21 for the Culver Cavaliers, Cam Whitworth. And now the runners move forward. One on second, one on third. That's Hayden Parker and Jonas McEwen.
Now batting number 23.
So a strikeout from Caleb McEwen. But from that strikeout, the ball got past Peyton Attinger, and it brought Cam Whitworth home. So he gets a chance to score today. Here's the pitch from Gearhart. Ball low that time. 0-1 the count here with one out. Bottom of the fifth. As Gearhart's going to check his runner at third here. Max sets, deals. Ball outside called that time. One-0 the count. As Gearhart taking his time, a little more patience. Nice hit from right to Aiden Jimenez. He's going to throw home, and Peyton Attinger is going to tag him, but it looks like he's safe just in time, and Hayden Parker slides in home. I think Peyton Attinger thought he had made the play, but no, Parker slides in first. And he is safe, so another run for the Cavaliers. Now 16-4, and Braden Molbash steps into the batter's box. The Cavs have runners on the corners. As Jonas McEwen is on third. Here comes Gearhart's pitch. Reese Harrell is going to take second, but then when Peyton Attinger throws to second, Jonas McEwen brings a run home. Oh, and they call an out at third. So, my goodness. Reese Harrell on the throw to second. The pickoff player threw it back home. When they did that, Reese ran to third and slides into third, and Peyton Attinger threw it back to the third baseman, which is Aiden Jimenez, for the tag, and he gets the out. That was hard to describe. So 2 out, no on now, as the count is 0-1 to Braden Molbash. Here's Max Gearhart, the 0-1. Ball that time, good eye from Braden Molbash, the first baseman. He's been on base a couple of times already today. Had a very good game for the Culver Cavaliers. Here's the 1-1 from Gearhart. Inside that time, and Molbash kept his eye on it very well, letting it go by. 2-1 now's the count with 2 outs. Gearhart's allowed 3 runs this half inning, and the Cavs needed it. Here's the 2-1. Ball outside that time. 3-1 the count now. And I have to say the scoreboard operator for today is Paul Dunn. He's doing a fantastic job. As here's Max Gearhart's pitch up top. Strike called, and that makes the count full. So this is a chance to get out of this half inning for Max Gearhart. Here's the 3-2. Ball 4 called, and he walked Braden Molbash. So Braden takes his base, and now stepping in is number 7, Derek McKee, the right fielder.
Now batting number 7, Derek McKee.
And you hear his voice in the background. Sitting next to me is the public address announcer today at Cavalier Field, Ben Spillner. It's been an honor to meet you today, sir. Appreciate you. letting me join you up here at the clubhouse. As a strike's called on Derek McKee. Nice pitch from Max Gearhart. We're finding out that this is the last year for this clubhouse. I was glad I got back up here in time to reminisce on old times. As next spring, it'll be totally different here, as Athletic Director Mike Zahner told us. Had a chance to speak with him a little earlier. We talked about spring sports here at Culver. A lot going on for our area schools, and Culver being one of them. The athletic department always does such a fantastic job with its student athletes here at Culver Community. As the next pitch from Max Gearhart's a ball, 2-1 now with 2 out and 1 on. Gearhart checks the runner at first. Sets. Here's the 2-1. Swinging a hit. That's Derek McKee getting a piece of it. Diving in the infield was Aiden Jimenez, but he couldn't get to it in time, and that moves Braden Molbash forward. And now Derek McKee takes his base, as now the Cavs have 2 on, 2 out, and stepping in is Ethan Binion, the third baseman.
Now batting number 3, Ethan Binion.
So Max Gearhart checks his runner, checks his second runner. Here's the pitch. Ball up top. That was his 21st pitch since he has subbed in for Wyatt Wheeler. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a foul for Ethan Binion. Got a piece of it, evening the count to 1-1 here. Gearhart trying to get to work here. Here's the 1-1 from Max Gearhart. Breaking ball got in there. Strike 2 called. Nice placement. Nice movement on the ball. As that's now 1-2 with 2 outs. This is a chance to get out of this half inning for Max Gearhart. Sets and deals the 1-2. Way outside, and that's going to move the runners forward as it got past Peyton Addinger. And now Molbash is at third, and Derek McKee on second. So now what the Cavs were experiencing the last several innings, the Winamac Warriors are experiencing. This is exactly how the game started in that first inning. Both teams were having their way with the bats. And then it got defensive for the Winamac Warriors, but now the Cavs are putting up some runs. Here's the pitch from Gearhart. Ball called, and now it's full count again for Max, and we'll see what he deals here to try to get out of this half inning. There's 2 outs, 2 on, both in scoring position, and the count's full. Here's the 3-2. Strike 3 called, and Max Gearhart gets out of the half inning as we're going to take a break. You're listening to KVB's WKVI.
Have you ever wondered how much I could sell my vehicle for? Well, Auto Park Chevrolet GMC can help with that. We're looking to buy your vehicle. It is a quick, simple process that puts money in your pocket. Stop by the Auto Park on Oak Road for one of our sales professionals to assess your vehicle and have a cash price for you in moments. If you're looking to trade, we have stacks of inventory for you to choose from, or you can walk away with a check in hand. Don't hassle with listing on Marketplace or waiting forever to sell it privately. Let us make you an offer today. Auto Park Chevrolet GMC. Check us out at www.autoparkchevroletbuickgmc.com or call 574-936-5590 or come to see us next to Walmart in Plymouth.
So that sees the end of the ball game as the Culver Cavaliers fall short in this one to the Winamac Warriors. The Winamac Warriors pick up their first win of the season, as that was a 24th pitch there from on the mound there. That was Max Gearhart finishing the job for the Winamac Warriors. And what a great game here from Culver, Indiana. We were so glad to be a part of it, but we are not done yet. We're going to come back and talk as it's the Collins Insurance postgame show on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Howard's Marathon in Winamac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winamac. Call 574-946-6894.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
Welcome to the Collins Insurance Agency's post-game show.
16-5 was the final in this one as the Winamac Warriors get their first win of the season. Long overdue in Mark Hendrick's opinion, as they definitely needed that win. A big-time win for the Winamac Warriors. This game went fast. Learned about the 10-run rule today, so learning something new each day. Also want to give a big shout-out to Ben Spillner's wife, Stephanie, the athletic trainer who was hanging out with us in the clubhouse today. So it was nice to meet both Spillners tonight in Culver, Indiana. Always love my people in Culver. And also big thank you to scoreboard operator Paul Dunn and the umpires Robert Lichtenberger and Rick Podell. Hey, Kankakee Valley Broadcasting is going to historic Wrigley Field to catch the Chicago Cubs take on the Boston Red Sox Saturday, July 15th. Hop on a chartered bus at KVB headquarters and be chauffeured all the way to the friendly confines. This trip is for individuals 21 and over, so all you parents listening, this is your getaway opportunity. Call 574-772-6241 during regular business hours to save your seat. All right, we are going to take a break and come back for the Stark County Co-op play of the game. This is the Collins Insurance postgame show, and you are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Collins Insurance Agency in Knox has done it again. They have earned the distinction of preferred agency partner from the Western Reserve Insurance Company.
Can't touch this.
So what does that mean for you? Collins Insurance Agency provides themselves of taking care of its community. That means providing the best insurance that keeps you and your family safe in a time of need. And with this honor, Collins Insurance Agency looks forward to providing Stark and surrounding counties the best customer service you and your family deserve. Collins Insurance Agency in Knox, living the golden rule by treating you like family.
Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is proud to be our area's newest sales representatives for Pioneer Hybrid Seed. This is Andy Awald. Pioneer offers top-of-the-line genetics, a complete portfolio including alfalfa and wheat seed, and cutting-edge seed traits and technologies. Combined with exceptional financing options, Pioneer provides the total package, one that we are proud to be able to offer our customers. If you are currently working with a Pioneer sales representative, you have made a good choice. If you aren't, let Farm Fertilizers and Seeds show you how Pioneer can work on your farm. Call us today at 867-2441 to answer any of your questions.
It's time for the Stark County Co-op play of the game.
Well, for our Stark County Co-op play of the game, it was kind of actually pretty hard, especially when you're alone. But the one play that really stuck out to me was we talked about Aiden Jimenez. He struck out 3 times throughout the entire game, and then on the last at bat, his 4th plate appearance, he was able to get a triple out of that, and then he was able to bring a run home. So I just think because of the adversity that young man had to face throughout this game this afternoon, Aiden Jimenez, in my opinion, is deserving of our Stark County Co-op play of the game. So we congratulate Aiden Jimenez on that triple. What a fantastic play, as we're going to take a break and come back for the Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. This is the Collins Insurance postgame show, and you are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Brems. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Time to announce the Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game. Mitch.
Hey, thanks to my best friend John Thompson all the way from Ellenton, Florida for that nice intro, as it's time for our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game, given in memory of Ashley Derrickson, a 2008 graduate of North Judson San Pierre High School who battled cancer throughout her high school career before losing that battle on December 12th of 2008. We'll tell you who's earned that honor after this word from 5-Star.
5-Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5-Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5-Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game wears number 46 for the Winamac Warriors. We are giving it to the pitcher, Wyatt Wheeler, who had an outstanding game. An unfortunate first inning, but boy, did he really rally, and he allowed those runs to happen. He got out of his inning. The rest of the innings, after that first inning, he allowed he just did so good in the rest of those innings. They were getting back up to bat, and I think that's what Mark Hendricks wanted. They wanted to get the bat swinging, and the quicker you can get those strikes, get those outs, get back to the dugout, and get back onto the field, that's exactly what you want to do. So, congratulations to Max Gearhart, our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game. Hey, KVB Sports is back in action this coming Thursday. The West Central Lady Trojans softball team face off against their cross-county rival, the Winamac Lady Warriors, at the Winamac Town Park. We will be going live at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 p.m. Central, right here on 99.3 FM and streaming throughout the world on WKVI.com. We also remind you to join us every weekend on the Saturday Sports Line. That's the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. We always have several of our area head coaches on hand as we go live at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central on 99.3 FM and streaming online at WKVI.com. Miss the Saturday Sports Line? Don't worry. We remind you of the Saturday Sports Line replay every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. We also invite you to follow us on social media, on Facebook at Sports to the Max, on Instagram at WKVI Sports, and on Twitter at KVB Sports for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. Winamac Warriors' next game will be Thursday versus Twin Lakes for a rematch. Against Culver for another rematch. And then the Culver Cavaliers are in action again tomorrow versus Marquette Catholic. So they are very busy this week. First pitch for Culver tomorrow is 6 p.m. Eastern at Marquette Catholic. So the Cavs hit the road after this tough loss today. 16-5 was the final. As from all of us from KVB, we thank you for listening to Indiana High School Sports. For our in-game announcer, John Thompson, I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. We are Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Thank you for listening to Indiana High School Baseball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Sponsored in part by Coca-Cola, Culver Portside Marina, Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service. Farm Fertilizers. First Farmers Bank and Trust. Lawrence Farms. Mark's Body Shop in Knox. Zingo Express. Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Stark County Co-op. Ancilla College. The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen. Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Collins Insurance. Howard's Marathon of Winamac, and 5 Star. We thank our sponsors for their dedication in supporting local high school sports.